Hello everyone. We're back with some more Bovada play at the 100 NL stake level and zone. And we're back with our bankroll of around 3 or 4 buy-ins, which is always fun. Hopefully we can continue the heater that we were on in the last video. And again, just looking at some of the stack sizes, these over $200 stack sizes are just really good to see, as well as these smaller stack sizes. These 3 smaller stack sizes and those few large ones are just good indicators that the games are quite good. We could continue here for probably anything less than $5, but we we really do really well on this turn. I think we're gonna try to check raise, I believe. Yeah, I definitely think check raising is better here. Yep. And yeah, 19 seems like a good sizing. And we're gonna get called by flush draw sets, 2 pairs. And unfortunately, straights and flushes do come in here on the river. And I think we're just a bluff catcher now. Yeah, we should have bet way bigger on the river. That was I was just so scared of the flush. That was just bad. I wish I had more time to think about the decision, but yeah, that was quite bad on my part. I'm assuming he had a 2-pair hand like ace queen, and we can check. Yep, he had ace queen. I think this is pretty close. I think we're gonna make the call. Unfortunately, we don't get paid off, but I think we had the best hand on the turn. And that 3s was actually a misclick. I do open my small pocket pairs from early position because set mining is, as I'll be doing here, one of the most profitable plays in these games. One of my biggest leaks is probably calling 3 bets to set mine because it's just, I might be overestimating its profitability, but I do like to set mine. Hopefully we'll make some disciplined folds if we get into that position, but who knows, maybe I'll be calling. This could be an interesting hand here on the left. Definitely gonna 3-bet. I think it's a mandatory 3-bet actually. I think flatting would be quite bad. The flop isn't terrible, but it's also not great. When he insta-checks, I think we can safely bet the turn. Actually, that's very unfortunate. Maybe we should be checking the turn, actually. I'm gonna be 3-betting here on the left. Out of position with an unsuited hand. I think we should be 3-betting. Great blockers. Hopefully we can split the pot with King Kai. Yeah, I didn't think so. That's unfortunate. I'm not sure if the river is a bluff or not, but yeah, I'm not totally loving the way we played that hand. Maybe we should just be flatting pre-flop, actually. Yeah, another mistake. A little too anxious. An amazing flop. Just a very good flop on the right. I think we can, calling or raising is fine. I think I'm gonna raise it up. I think calling's okay too, but when a non-diamond turn over card comes, it just puts us in an awkward spot. So I think I like raising a little bit better there with the 8 of diamonds, 8, 9 of diamonds. I think we're gonna 3-bet all in, actually. 3-bet all in, or 4-bet all in here. And we get snapped by 8s, and we flop very well. And the heater does continue so far, which is very nice. Hopefully it will continue a little longer, because the 100 stake level is where I like to be at. So if I can get to 11, 12 buy-ins on a nice little heater, then I'm actually in a somewhat decent bankroll territory where it's unlikely for me to go bust. But we're not quite there yet with around 5 buy-ins, or maybe even a little less. Yeah, less than 5 buy-ins. I think this is close on the left, but I think we're gonna make the tight fold. It might be a little too tight, but it's non-suited, and I think it's the top of our folding range. If it was suited, I think we're calling, and if it was ace 10, I think we're calling, but ace 9 offsuit, just I think that's the top of our folding range there. Ace. I think this is a pretty good squeeze. And I think we're gonna 4-bet. Yeah, nothing else to do except just jam. And so apparently we're on the biggest heater of our entire lives. And you're gonna find no complaints over here. Let's just run aces into kings one more time. Okay. I guess that might be a little too much to ask. Oh, lordy day. Yeah, I should probably be quitting now, but I'm gonna stay on. Let's just keep running aces and kings. And I'm surprised kings isn't 5-betting all in. It seems bad. It seems like you should be 5-betting all in there with kings. I don't like the cold, not cold, I don't like the calling of my 4-bet. But, I mean, it's not like he played it bad. There's nothing he could have done. Except 4-bet all in, but that wouldn't have changed the outcome of the hand. Yeah, I 5-bet all in. Yep. Just more Broadway Pock Bears. Unfortunately, no action, but can't be too upset. definitely gonna be raising both these hands. This is gonna be an interesting spot. If someone comes along, okay, now I think it's just a fold, but it's probably pretty close. Yeah, we're just gonna make the fold. If we were in later positions, maybe, and if I was in position, maybe, but maybe we should be calling, but I don't know. It was a pot size raise, so, and we're not that happy when a king or a queen comes on the flop. I think I like folding. I was really feeling a set over here, but apparently not this time. I'm considering a re-squeeze, and I think I'm gonna re-squeeze here. Yeah, it doesn't work this time, and we're just done with the hand. We're gonna stick around, actually. Not to play, but just to watch. Yeah, with that small bet sizing on the flop, I actually was very suspicious that he didn't have an ace, and it looks like neither has an ace. I can actually pretty much guarantee. Never mind. I'm not sure what's going on. I'd love to see a call so we can see their hands, but yeah, we were dead. So that's very peculiar to me to be seeing him flatting a squeeze with ace king offsuit. I wouldn't expect that to be in his range, so that's good to see. I mean, it's not a terrible play to be flatting ace king, but I think I would be 3-betting a squeeze. So my read was right that in that king 10 offsuit hand that the original squeezer was quite weak, so that squeeze is going to work a decent amount of the time, I think. I think it is a profitable play. And it didn't work that time, but that happened. I think we have to c-bet. Alright, his 1/4 pot bet sizing is interesting. I'm not sure what he's betting that with. I really can't think of anything that makes sense, but even though it doesn't make sense, I still don't think we can call. I think we're going to be betting the turn. Getting called by some 9s, some 10s, jacks, 8s. Definitely betting for value here. Club draws. King, queen. Lots of hands can call us. Probably not king, queen. But we don't get anything. Flop extremely well. Nut flush draw, backdoor straight draw. A king might be good. A jack might be okay. We're definitely going to be continuing to his half pot bet sizing. Hopefully he checks the turn so we can see a free river. And I think this is a bluff on the river for sure. Maybe if we sized a little bit larger, he's not making the call. So that could have been a mistake. But I think I definitely like the bluff. But the sizing might have just been too small. In fact, it was too small. I mean, we're probably folding. Yeah, maybe we're not even folding jacks or queens there. So maybe that bet sizing is just bad. It does look like value, however. So, however, players aren't thinking on more than one level usually, so it's not a good idea to be thinking on more levels than your opponent is, or beyond more than one level. But I wasn't even really, I mean, I kind of was trying to make it look like value. We can't do anything on basically any turn card, so I think we're just going to give up, even though we probably, well, not probably, even though we might have the best hand in with pocket fives. Especially with another player left to act. I mean, I just don't like that spot. I think folding is the best play. A pretty good flop on the left. I think we're going to value bet it. And we're going to 3-bet here on the right. Out of position with an offsuit king jack. Hopefully we can take it down pre-flop. And we do. Got some nice suited connectors. I think this is a spot where we can get away with a very small bet sizing. As you can, yeah, I almost always size quite small in those situations. Fortunately, we get some action here on the left, and we're doing quite well against everything except for sets. Gonna size up. And we run like the sun, apparently. Well, we already knew that, but apparently we're just gonna run aces into kings about 10 times today on the rate that we're at. The poker gods are with us. And I will try to remember this session the next time I lose 6 buy-ins in one night, which could be very shortly. I think we can consider 3-betting here or calling. We're so deep that I actually think calling is okay. We're very deep in position with another very deep stack behind. I think calling here is just fine. The implied odds are quite good with our hand. The min bet, I think we're gonna raise it up, and I think maybe this is actually a little too big to be. I think I like this sizing a lot. This is gonna be a 3-bet on the right. Hopefully both get through, and they do. I'm very happy with those decisions, obviously. And we flop very well. We're gonna value bet. And we pick up aces. We're gonna continue value betting, but we're very cautious. Now I think this is just a check. I think we're gonna make the fold on the right, on the left, and that might have been a mistake. Yeah, I think we're gonna be looking at this hand later, because, and maybe the one on the right too. I'd like to take down that hand number. I believe this is it. AC, yes, it is. Alright, so I just typing down that hand there for later. For 24 hours from now, actually, to be precise. Standard C-bet. That might have been a little tight, but I don't like calling. I don't never gonna re-raise, of course, so I don't think folding's terrible. It's probably a little nitty. I mean, you would never be doing that in normal games because you could just be exploited terribly by getting raised by any two cards almost. But I think it's okay to be folding that. It's not, I don't know. It looks kind of bad, but I think it might be okay. So apparently we're going to get pocket aces about every 2 or 3 hands. I think we're just going to let this, no, we're going to call. And we flop very well on both tables. Definitely this is, I'm raising here almost always. I think I'm going to be re-raising here as well. And I think I'm going to be getting it in on both. Fucking, what's going on right now? I think we're going to be check raising all in here. Or betting for value. Holy crap. What is going on right now? This is just ridiculous. I missed out on a ton of value there on the left. Probably like $30 or $40 worth, but which is unfortunate, but we'll be okay. Ace, oh my lord. Oh my lord. We're just running ridiculously well. I'll probably not run this well for 3 or 4 months. So I'm gonna try to enjoy it while I can. And hopefully it continues a little longer. But I've definitely had my fair share of run goods so far. And have nothing to complain about. I think we're going to have to make the call on the turn. When he checks to us, I think we have to bet to protect our hand and also for value. Yeah, so apparently we only get Broadway cards and usually paired Broadway cards, so I'm okay with that. I don't believe you. And now I do. I just I just don't believe donk bets like that, and I'm gonna consider bluffing the river, but most likely just be giving up. I don't believe those small bets either. I'm very inclined to be raising donk bets as well as small bets, so maybe my bluffing frequency is increased too much by small bets and donk bets, but I think most of the time it does represent weakness, so but maybe I'm adjusting a little too much. I think you can be flatting here for sure. I don't think flatting's bad at all. It might even be better than 3-betting, especially since we were in position. I don't think flatting. Yeah, I think flatting is actually fine. See, this is probably one of my biggest leaks right here. We're so deep. Yeah, I'm gonna continue to leak and make this call and hopefully win a 500 big blind pot. Okay. Yep, my leak continues to hurt me, which is very unfortunate. And will my leak continue? It might. I think we're gonna get away from this, but we might not. And we're not going to. We don't get away from it. And my biggest leak continues to really hurt me. I'll hopefully be able to patch it up, but I don't know if I will. And we were actually quite live there on the flop with our flush draw. I think we're gonna call it a session before we lose everything, so thanks for watching, guys.